live with Tao. In deep silence, you reach the inner space. There are two methods to reach the inner space. One is the method of who am I? This was given by Raman. The other is where am I? This is a Tibetan method. This method, where am I, is deeper than where, who am I? Who is subject oriented? Who am I? Subject oriented. Where am I? The subject is not there. The emphasis is on the space. Where am I? Tibetan method is still deeper. It is said, in deep silence, to be silent, and then search within where you are. Go deep in the inner space, move from point to point and ask, where am I? Am I the hand? Am I the fingers? Am I the big toe or thumb? Am I the nose? Am I the eyes? When you keep on searching, you will not find it anywhere. The more you seek, the more it will not be there. And asking who am I or where am I, in that process a moment comes, a point comes where you are, but there is no I. There is simple existence, and that existence has happened to you. It will happen only when there are no thoughts floating on the inner sky. And that is a deeper realm. That deeper realm is I-ness. My is not there. Simply I-ness. This is the inner space. But you never feel it. We go on saying I. The word I is continuously used. This is the most widely used words. But you do not feel what I refers to, what it connotes to. What do you mean by the letter or the word? It is a letter as well as a word. As a letter, it is used to form many words, and as a word, it means many things. When I say I, what do you mean? What is connoted through this word? What is expressed through it? I can make a gesture. Then I can say, I mean this. I cannot show my body. I can show my body. I mean this. But then it can be asked, what do you mean by hand? Do you mean your leg? Do you mean your stomach? Then I will deny. I have to say no. Then the whole body can be denied or will be denied. Then what do you mean when you say I? Do you mean your head? Deep down, whenever you say I, it creates a vague feeling. And vague feeling is of your thoughts because you are not clear. at the level of the mind, at the level of head, who you are. Establish in the feeling, out from thought, face I-ness. And as you face, you will find it exists not. It was only a useful word. It is I is a linguistic symbol, necessary but not real. You do not need this either. When you are established in feeling, you are out of thoughts, you have descended from the level of thoughts, level of the mind, and then you are facing this message, I-ness. As you face it, you will find it does not exist. It is only a useful word. It is not existence, it is merely a word, a linguistic symbol which is necessary to express, but it is not real. Even a Buddha has to use it. Even after his enlightenment, Buddha has used the word, this phrase, I-ness. It is just a linguistic device. And when a Buddha says I, he never means I, because there is no one. Buddha means there is no one present. It is just a space. But how can he make himself known to you, expressible to you? He has to use this word. When you face this I-ness, it will disappear. Fear can grip you at any moment. You can be scared. And it happens to many who move in such techniques deeply that they become afraid, that they run out of it. It is said, when Schopenhauer, the philosopher, the German philosopher, if I am not mistaken, came to Raman, and he kept on asking him the question, a spiritual question. He said, you should only focus on who am I. He started asking this question, who am I? As he went deeper into, he got frightened and he ran out, and he never did that afterwards. When you face this I-ness, this empty space, fear grips you in that moment. And you can be scared, and it happens to many who move in such techniques that they become afraid, that they run out of it. So remember this, when you feel and face this I-ness, you will be in the same situation as you will be when you die. Just as death becomes scary, this is the death of the known. I-ness is the absence of I-ness, the dissolution of I-ness is the death of the known. You have known this. When you feel and face your I-ness, you will be in the same situation as you will be when you die. The same, because I is disappearing and you feel death is coming. Death is occurring to you. Death is happening to you. You will have a kind of a sinking sensation. You feel that you are sinking deeper and deeper. You are going down and down. And if you get afraid, you will come out again and you will cling to thoughts, because those thoughts will be helpful to come out of this scary situation. Those clouds will be there. You can cling to them, and then fear will leave you. And if you get afraid, you will come out of it again and you will cling to thoughts, because those thoughts will be helpful. Those clouds will be there and you cling to them. Then there will be no fear coming to you. Fear comes when you do not have a ground to stay on. The clouds float in the sky. Without the sky, the clouds have no medium to float. Remember, this fear is very good. It is very helpful. It shows that now you are going deeper and deeper into. So when a situation comes like this, the Master tells you to continue going deeper and deeper into it. And death is the deepest point. If you can go into death consciously, you will attain to that state which is deathless, beyond death. I am talking about deathless state. Because one who goes into death cannot die. He knows that death happens to the known. Thoughts die, disappear. Body disappears. But is your existence through your thoughts or through your body? Your existence, as you know, is through the known. Whatsoever you have known yourself as defines you. That is your identity. When you enter into that dimension which is unknown, which is beyond the realm of the known, that is the realm of death. And when you enter into that, when you have tasted that, you have entered into the deathless realm. You will not be scared of death. You will not be scared of losing the thoughts floating. Right now you are under the influence, you are governed by the thought process. Without the thoughts, you have no existence. So you are the thoughts. It is said, as is the thought, so is the man. Your thoughts define you, but in reality it is the thoughtless state that defines you. That thoughtless state is your innerness, that is the absence of death, that deathless state. You can go into death, you will become deathless, because you are the one who goes into death, cannot die. Then death will just be around, never in the center. Right now death is in the center. Thoughts disappearing is in the center. Never then. Thoughts will be on the periphery. Now thoughts is at the center. The thoughts define you. The moment you have gone deeper into, you have moved from the circumference, which is the created by thoughts, you have entered into the center where there is no thought. When I-ness, and then with the circumference, thoughts moving to circumference, I-ness disappears. And this is just like death. And you are in a state of deathless. The old is no more. The new has come into being. Something that you have not experienced before you have entered into. This consciousness will come out of the absolute new, uncontaminated, young and virgin existence. And when this comes in, you have gotten the password to enter into the cosmic womb, cosmic existence, cosmic presence. The old is no more. The old has not even touched it. That I-ness disappears and you are in your pristine virginity, which is your inner center, your absolute freshness. The deepest layer of the being has touched it, has been touched. The moment you experience the silence within, no thoughts are floating, the sky is crystal clear, you have reached to the center from the periphery. So all that is known is on the periphery. You know this is ephemeral. It is death bound. A thought comes and disappears. It is like a wave arising on the surface of life's ocean. जिंदगी के समंदर में उठा था एक दिन लहरों सा. जिंदगी के समंदर में उठा था एक दिन लहरों सा. One day I rose on the surface of the ocean of life like one of the myriad waves. मिट आज चला सागर की गहराई में. Today I have dissolved in the vastness, in the eternal depth of the ocean. Ocean is existence. मिट आज चला सागर की गहराई में. Then what remains? रह गई एक खामोशी सी हर मौज में. Then in every circumstance and situation there is inner eternal serenity. This is what you call peace. When you have experienced this, your message, your words becomes a solace. रह गई एक खामोशी सी हर मौज में. तूफानों को जैसे साहिल मिल गया हर रहगुजर में. It appears as if every storm of life, every disturbance in life has found a shore. And that shore is your inner center. You have reached, it's like your center is your bedroom. Out of that, you come out and go to different places on the periphery for performance of certain roles. In order to have meals, you come to the kitchen. In order to take the shower, you go to the shower. And so on and so forth. But your resting point is your inner, your center, your innerness. This consciousness will come out. This consciousness will come out is absolutely new, uncontaminated, young, virgin. The old is no more. And old has not even touched it. The periphery, which is the old, cannot touch it. This present moment evolves out of yesterday and dissolving into tomorrow is the reality. You are living in that moment. Then each moment will come as now, and you are in your pristine virginity, in your absolute freshness. The deepest layer of the being is touched. So think of it in this way. Thoughts, then below them, thoughts are on the surface. Below them is the realm of I-ness. And when you go deeper, then you feel my thoughts, the topmost layer, I-ness. Then eternal organs, me. When thoughts have disappeared, the disappearance of thoughts means you are not clinging to them. They are just passing like clouds. It is none of your business. But we attach too much importance to the thoughts as they float on the inner sky. Thoughts that are floating in the inner sky, it is none of your business. You are aloof, detached, and unidentified with the thoughts that are floating. With that, I-ness disappears. Then you can look at the eternal organs. These eternal organs, it is one of the deepest things. We know the outer organs. With hand, I touch you. With eyes, I see you. These are the outer organs. There are 5 outer organs and 5 inner, the subtle. According to the entire Sanatana Sanskriti, there are 10 sense organs, 5 outer and 5 inner. That's where the prayer goes on. May I hear that which cannot be heard. From the ears, you hear the outer sound. The inner sound comes when the outer faculties are no more. You are not identified with the outer. You are identified with your ears are tuned to my words, not through the words that wordless is flowing. When I am speaking, 2 things is happening. Through the words, something which is known to you or which can be known to you is overflowing. Along with that, something else is overflowing that is unknown and unknowable, that is unheard. And that unheard is anahat nad. That is not created. When my words or the sound strikes your ears, out of that friction a sound is created and you hear this sound. This is ahat sound, this is heard sound. And when you go beyond this, then you are able to hear that sound which is not created with the friction. When my sound hits your receiving faculties, this is what happens when I am speaking. It is analog. To communicate, to reach to your port, receiving port, it is transformed, it is converted into digital format, and then it travels, waving, reaches to your eardrums. And again your eardrums converts this into analog and you hear that. So in that, the eardrums plays a pivotal role of converting the digital, the waves, sound waving, into analog, and you hear it through that mechanism. When you can hear the unheard, the deep message is not contained in the words, it is unheard. And the same thing happens when a form is captured by your eyes. It is a photograph. The camera captures as the light travels, or the light coming out of your camera hits the target or the object, it captures an image. When your eyes are closed and you are seeing a formless form, you are seeing a formless form, then you are connected to the eternal I. When thoughts have disappeared, you are not clinging to it as if they are just passing. It is none of your business. You are aloof, detached, and unidentified, and the I-ness has disappeared. Then you can look at the eternal organs. These eternal organs, this is one of the deepest things. We know only the outer dimensions, the known. With hands I touch you, with eyes I see you. These are outer organs. The eternal organs are those which I feel with my own being. The outer is for the others. I know about you through the outer. How do I know about me? Even that I am. How do I know about it? Who gives me the sensation of my own being? Who gives me the sensation, or who gives you the sensation of your own being? These are eternal organs. When thoughts have stopped and with that I-ness has disappeared, is no more, only then, in that purity, in that clarity, in that virginity, you see the eternal organs. And that eternal organs is consciousness, intelligence, is awakening. And through them, I become aware of my own presence. When consciousness dawns, you become aware of your own being, your own presence, your own existence. That is why if you close your eyes, you are completely disconnected with the body, but your feeling that you are remains. The visible is no more, the invisible has dawned, and it is conceivable that when a person dies, it is a fact. When a person dies, for us he is dead, but it takes a little time for him to recognize the fact that he is dead, because the inner feeling, the internal feeling of being remains the same. That's why it takes a little while before the process of death completes. Enough for now. Until tomorrow, take care and do have a pleasant day.